Chardonnay's rehabilitation continues. You know those wines that we loved so much at the end of the 90s, the big, tropical, ripe fruited Chardonnays with lashings of vanilla from oak, really fell out of flavour, and a lot of people started to say that they did not like Chardonnay, when in fact it wasn't the grape they didn't like, it was the treatment, the way it had been made. Well, today's Chardonnay is really changing. Winemakers all around the world have learned that the modern style of Chardonnay people enjoy owes something more to those fresh and vibrant styles of the Sauvignon Blanc and the Pinot Grigio. So today's Chardonnay tends not to be too heavily dominated by oak and not to be too ripe, but to retain some crunch and some freshness. This week's Wine of the Week is a really good example. This is Casse Noix Chardonnay. It comes from the Languedoc region, the south of France. It's a 2012 vintage, and it's selling in a number of independent retailers for between around $6.99 and $7.49 per bottle. I'm going to put a list of those retailers at the end of this video. Now, the wine hasn't been aged in oak. It has been harvested ripe, but not too ripe, so even down there in the south of France with all that sunshine and heat, this is only 12.5% alcohol. That's a clue, if you look at the label, to a wine that's not going to be too ripe, too full. So on the nose, really lovely, buoyant, creamy apple fruit coming through here. It's not so much about the vanilla and all of those really ripe tropical tones, the coconut, the pineapple. This is about apple, it's about lemon. There is a certain creaminess, a little touch of something like nougat or hazelnut, but it's not at all overdone. I think this is all the fresh fruit, and the ripeness of that fruit's coming through nicely. On the palate, well, there's abundant fruit sweetness here. The edge of the wine is really about ripe, really ripe, mouth-filling fruit, but it still has that clarity, that cleanliness. It's about apple, it's about citrus, it's maybe a melon. Melon's about the most kind of tropical or exotic that this wine gets, because it's really walking a very fine line with very good acidity, keeping the freshness, keeping the savoury, food-friendly appeal. Great with fish, great with seafood. Really nice with chicken, perhaps chicken in a creamy tarragon sauce. A wine like this would be beautiful with the acidity to cut through the cream, but picking up those nice herby fresh notes too. So, a really nice wine of the week this week. It is a great example of the modern style Chardonnay coming from the Languedoc in the south of France. This is Casse Noix Chardonnay 2012 from the Pays d'Oc in the south of France, and selling for around £6.99 to £7.49 from the list of independent retailers that is coming up in just about 10 seconds from now. This is my wine of the week.